I noticed that there is no protection as far as those victims of violence with respect to extrajudicial killings and forced disappearances, which is very rampant, and the victims are the media people. So if the committee will take note of my suggestion, there must be a provision with respect to the remedy of those people who are victims of forced disappearances and extrajudicial killings with respect to writ of amparo, which is a thing advocated by my bar examiner 1991. This is Escuna. Because of the rampant killings, I think this is very important for us, especially in this kind of session. Now also, the reason why I suggested the inclusion of the provisions or remedies of this writ of amparo, as we all notice that the provisions on Rule 102 respecting habeas corpus is no longer effective. So meaning there is a need to include these remedies provided for under the rules. So also as far as in order to protect the people of Bangsamoro with respect to the privacy the right to privacy against their lives, liberty and security, there is also a need to include the remedy of petition for writ of habeas data. Nowadays we are being all communications are done through the computers, and it's very easy that you will be maligned or there will be intrusion of your right to privacy. So again, I suggest that there must be an inclusion of this provision with respect to the basic law of Bangsamoro. As I also go over with the provisions of this basic law, there is no provision there also as far as the protection, as far as the environment of the rich land of Mindanao. So recently, the Supreme Court promulgated in 2011 the special rules on environmental cases. So providing for a protection for the environment of the basin of Mindanao, especially the Bangsamoro. So let me reiterate that there is a need for the protection of the constitutional right of the people of the Bangsamoro to healthful ecology, balanced ecology, healthful and balanced ecology, calling for a petition for writ of kalikasan and continuing madamus. Okay. Now, with respect to the jurisdiction of the different courts, as I read, there is a mention of PD 1083, which is the Code of Personal Code of the Philippines. Let me reiterate also that there is a provision there calling for the establishment of Sharia circuit courts, which is already provided under PD 1083, together with Sharia district courts. So my suggestion is, why don't we put or place or within the jurisdiction of the Sharia District Court and Sharia High Court these petitions that I've been mentioning for the protection of people and environment. Also, there is a mention of the decision of the High Court as provided for under Section 7 of Article 10. As I quote, the decision of the Sharia High Court shall be final and executory. This means that once the Sharia High Court will decide, then you have no more remedy anymore. So that would deprive the Supreme Court of the power of the review, as provided for under Article 8 of Section 5 of Paragraph 2, the power of the Supreme Court to review and appeal a certiorari decision of the lower courts. So this is somehow, there must be a revision as the distinguished members of the committee as far as the power of the Supreme Court to review the decisions of the lower courts. So as far as other provisions, we will include that in our position papers. Also, there is a mention as far as the jurisdiction of the Sharia district courts and Sharia circuit courts. As I read the provisions under PD 1083, there is a provision, the express provision, that the provisions of PD 1083 shall not be applicable in case of bigamy as penalized under the revised penal code. But there is a provision under the last part, under the last section of this Bangsamoro, that all laws, rules, and regulations inconsistent with this law shall be considered amended or repealed. Therefore, if the provisions under PD 1083 will not be included in this basic law, it is deemed repealed or amended. So again, there must be a specific provision as far as inapplicability of the provisions of the revised penal code with respect to the action or penalized by the revised penal code on bigamy. So with this, I think we will just include all our comments and positions, comments and opinions respecting this Bangsamoro. And I commend my boss, Congressman Rufus, and the members of the committee into really genuine intention to solve the problems of Mindanao. I am a Christian. Tutusin po, wala naman akong ano sa Mindanao. But I think every one of us is a Filipino. They deserve respect. They deserve to have a long-lasting peace once and for all. Thank you very much, and marami pong salamat sa inyong lahat.